Well, let's talk about England, because I know lots of people, this will be their first chance to talk about England since we played. Was it yesterday?
It was yesterday, mate.
It seems like days and weeks ago.
It was yesterday.
I'll go first, shall I?
Go on, mate.
Now, when I saw the team selection, the first 11, like everyone else was stunned that Ben Chilwell became the third choice left back behind a right back and another left back. I thought that was surprising. Then, when the game finished, loads of people were quick to point out to me on social media, oh, that aged well, that tweet.
What tweet?
The tweet of what's going on here, why have we picked the right back at left back? And I'm like, well, no, hold on.
Did it age well? Did the tweet age well?
Yeah, very well. We won the game.
It still aging?
It's still aging. We won the game, right?
Yeah.
But just because we won the game, that doesn't mean that every decision Gareth Southgate made was the right decision. I still think it was the wrong decision to play a right back in a left back's position for a number of reasons, right? One, I'm led to believe the main reason was his link-up play with Mings and also on set pieces. But there was nothing I saw. There was nothing I saw that made me think I'm so glad that Trippier's in the team for set pieces. Right, one. Secondly, there was about 4 or 5 occasions where Trippier's going down the left-hand side, and a left footer would have crossed the ball, and he couldn't cross the ball, and he had to stop and come back. So I don't necessarily think that was the right decision.
Just for the record, I don't like players like that playing on that side for the reasons you just outlined there. Whenever Azpilicueta played at left back for Chelsea, he's done a brilliant job, and he played there for a number of seasons. That natural balance, you just don't have it. It's so much easier, certainly from the fullback position. I don't think that necessarily makes a difference if you're playing out wide right.
What about centre half? I don't think it makes a difference. No,
not particular difference there. But so and I was surprised to see that as well. But it's all about the result, and I thought, go on, carry on, mate.
Well, I thought Calvin Phillips was fantastic, absolutely fantastic. Fresh air. I thought that was great. I'm not Raheem Sterling's biggest fan. He took the goal really well. He made mistakes before that. I still don't think it was the right decision to play him over Grealish or even Rashford or Jadon Sancho, who didn't even make the bench. I think we won, and we won. I just worry that people get too carried away with an England victory rather than look at how it could have been. I think we were great for the first 20 minutes, then went off the boil a bit. I think the performance could have been better from England. It wasn't the best performance. It was an okay performance. Yeah, I know people will be phoning up and saying, look, it's all about the result, which of course it is all about the result. Yeah. But the fact remains, I still think there were mistakes made by Gareth Southgate, picking for argument's sake Trippier out of position. But when he gets the result, it's hard to criticise, isn't it? I don't know. Is it?
Well, I like you.
Okay.
I like you.
Did he get anything wrong?
I would have played Shaw.
Right.
Okay. For the record, I would have played Shaw. I think Shaw's been the most consistent. Even if you played Chilwell in there, that natural balance you've got as a left footer, certainly in fullback area. But he got the result, and I think it was a decent performance. I wouldn't say it was brilliant. I wouldn't say it was poor. There were parts of it which were really good. Parts of it we gone off the boil a little bit. I didn't think Croatia were up to much, in all honesty.
No.
This is not the Croatia we played 4 years ago.
Certainly not.
And I felt that there were moments in the game that we could have perhaps dealt with out of possession a bit better. But look, it's the first game. It was sweltering hot. Yeah. The players haven't had a lot of football since, some of those lads there haven't played for a while, other than, the lads in European Cup finals.
I'm not getting carried away. Listen, it's all about the result. I know that. And you can't argue with the result.
No.
But I'm not going to get carried away. There's nothing that I saw that made me change my mind on England.
There's nothing. I don't think anyone's getting carried away. This stage of the tournament, you're not going to see the best performances probably from any of you will get better. Italy were good, by the way, on Friday. I thought they were excellent.
Yeah.
But the performances...
By the way, the Dutch game was amazing last night.
It was.
They got away with one.
Yeah, they did. They absolutely got away with one.
Their defenders are poorly, but we'll carry on.
But, we're not going to see the finished article now. This is the first game. It's all about the result and what things can you improve on. Now, I understand why he plays Sterling. He's out of form. He got the goal. He's been vindicated in playing. You're right. When he plays and gets the goal. There's a couple of balls in the first half where Sterling goes in beyond their back line. And because he's so quick... Honestly, it scares the life out of you.
It does, but his final ball lets him down.
Yeah, okay. There are parts of his game on, but I still think that decision was the right decision.
Which one?
Sterling.
Okay.
Yeah. He gets the goal.
Yeah.
And like
I can't argue with that decision because he got the goal.
I thought Phillips was excellent.
Yeah.
I thought Mings. I've said before. I do feel that Mings has got a rick in him a game. I've seen enough of his performance. I know Villa's defensive record is pretty good, but he still worries me. But I thought he was superb yesterday. That's the best performance I've seen Mings putting in an English shirt. So He got that right because it looked like he might not play him because we were talking about playing the three.
No,
It
it wasn't the greatest Croatia side, was it? I mean,
no, it wasn't.
If you put Rakitic in the team, you got Modric and Perisic at their peak. It's a totally different.
No, but I'm just saying that I think you can only look at what we saw, and it's the first game.
Yes.
In what would have been, that would have been quite a tense game. England have never, ever won. I didn't know this until the start of the tournament. England have never won an opening game of Euros. Never.
That's right.
Ever. So that's a good sign. We've gotten it. Look, they may not be the best side in the world, but it's still a tricky game, that one.
I agree.
Still tricky.
I agree.
But, I think we can be pleased with what we saw. Kane was off it.
Yeah, why was that? He kept coming back so deep, didn't he?
Well, he likes to leave that space for Sterling to go in. Sterling, that's how the goal came about. Kane didn't come out, he come wide, but that's how the goal, leaving space for the and Sterling's pace can get him in there, as we saw. But look, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10.
Okay.
All right? 7.5 out of 10.
I'm not too far behind you. Oh, 7.5 has gone up.
7.5, mate.
Sure, it's like Bitcoin now. What's happening? Is it up or down?
7.5%.
7.5%?
No, 7.5 out of 10.
Right, make your mind up.
7.5% is not a lot, is it?
Right, 7.5% is awful.
Yeah, it's not a lot, mate. No, I'm going to give it 7 out of 10. 7.5 out of 10.
That's like less than 1 out of 10.
Yeah, straightforward, isn't it?
Yeah.
Go on. Dump that. You dumped it? Dumped it.
So what are you going for?
I'm going to go for 8 out of 10.
So he's up Bitcoin. He's going up and down.
7.5.
You're going 7.5 out of 10. I'll give it a 6.7
Oh, you can put in
7 out of 10.
Oh, that's a bit stingy.
I can't give it a 7, and it's better than a 6.5.
It's a win and a clean sheet.
Pardon?
It's a win and a clean sheet.
Yeah, but there were still question marks over decisions that were made in the game.
Well, look, we can agree or disagree with what Southgate did. Ultimately,
can I ask you a quick question?
Ultimately, he got it right.
Why has he played Trippier?
He trusts him, probably.
Over 2 left backs?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have played Trippier left back, but he did, and we won 1-0. Kept a clean sheet.
Okay. We'll take calls on all the above, shall we? England, Scotland, and anything else you want to talk about in the Euros. 08717 223344. You're listening to me, Andy Goldstein, Jason Cundy, on the Sports Bar. It says it on the Euro Sports Bar. Sorry.
It's the Euro Sports Bar, Steve.
Sorry, this is news to me.
Euro Sports Bar.
Well, it doesn't even say it on the running order. I'm literally getting information now here. What's this?
talkSPORT breaking news.
And also, it's not the. It just says you're listening to Euro Sports, so not even the. Right?
It's the.
You've dropped the word the and you've replaced it with Euro because we can't afford both. Okay. All right. I mean, do you want to talk about this? Do you want to be called the Euro Sports Bar? Why have we added a word to it? Why can't it just be the Sports Bar?
I quite like the Euro Sports Bar.
You want to be the Euro Sports Bar?
Yeah, I like it.
So you want to be it? Yeah. Show of hands in the gallery. There's quite a few.
We are.
Who wants the Euro Sports Bar? We'll go on a 1, 2, 3. Who doesn't want it? You're listening to the Euro Sports Bar on talkSPORT in partnership with Bet365.
The Sports Bar with Andy Goldstein and Jason Cundy. Monday to Thursday night from 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.